know when you've got loads to do, like genuinely loads to do, and instead of doing any of it, you just sit there staring at nothing, not on your phone, not sleeping, not relaxing, just frozen. This is me all day today, by the way, because I knew I had to make a video. Well, that's ADHD paralysis. And if you've got ADHD, I guarantee this has ruined at least one day of your life this week. So I'm going to give you a fix if you wait till the end, or as we go through, I'll give you a couple of different fixes. But the best way I can describe it is it's like standing in the middle of a room where every single wall around you is covered in to-do lists, and they're all shouting at you at the same time. And instead of picking one thing and getting on with it, your brain just goes, nope, and pulls the plug, shuts the whole thing down. And now you can't do any of them. Well, here is the bit that really messes with your head. It's not laziness, because you're not choosing to sit there. You physically cannot get yourself to move. Your brain has decided that there is too much going on, and the safest thing to do is absolutely nothing. Because why wouldn't it? Which obviously makes everything worse, by the way, might have just add. Now, it's different from putting things off, and this is really important because people mix this up all the time. When you put something off, you know that that thing needs doing, and you left it till last minute. Procrastination, essentially. You have to wait till the anxiety builds up enough, really high, and it basically forces you to do it. We've all done that. It's a classic ADHD mode. But this is different. This is paralysis. You don't even get to the point of putting it off. Your brain just locks up. It's not a choice. It's like your operating system has crashed, and no amount of telling yourself to just get on with it, just do it, is going to fix it. It's just not going to happen. And there are actually different types of this. There is the mental one where your brain just goes like foggy, you were working on something and suddenly it's like someone pulled the plug or put a sheet over your face. You can't think, you can't focus, you can't even string a simple thought together. It's just blank. Then there is the task paralysis where you've got a specific thing to do and you can't start it. But instead of starting it, you end up doing something completely random because you can't start it. So let's do something else. Like maybe you're supposed to be working on a project, but instead you end up reorganizing an entire kitchen drawer. I know you've done this. Your brain goes, I can't do that hard thing, but I can do something simple, something easy. So let me go and do that instead. And 2 hours later, the project's not being touched, and you've got the tidiest cutlery drawer in the whole country. Fantastic. We are no further along. And then there is choice paralysis. There's too many options and you can't pick one. So something like you open Netflix and there's thousands of things to watch and you spend 40 minutes scrolling and you pick nothing. Or you go on Steam and you click every game in your Steam library, but you don't actually click play on any of them. Or maybe you need to pick out something to wear and you've got a wardrobe full of clothes and somehow nothing is quite right and you end up standing there for 20 minutes and you choose nothing. So what actually helps? Because telling yourself to just get on with it obviously does absolutely nothing. Here's what works for me. You break it down. Whatever the thing is, make it stupidly small. So don't think about doing like the entire tax return, for example, or the entire project. Think about opening the first section of it or opening the website. That's it. Just open the website, or don't go on a big run. Just think about getting up and putting your shoes on, because your brain can handle open a website. Your brain can handle put your shoes on, but it can't handle do the taxes or do a 10K or do a marathon. That's too big. That starts that shutdown process. But just open a page or just tie your laces. Yeah, that's all right. And then once you've done that, maybe you fill in, one box or you do a couple of steps outside. You've started. Now, another thing is to use a timer. This one's actually, huge, massive for me. I actually have a sun timer just here, which I use all the time. Just nearly broke that. Set a timer for 10 minutes and tell yourself you only have 10 minutes to do that thing. That's it. When the timer goes off, you can stop. Another good one for this is your phone or Alexa. I loved using those ones. I'm going to say her name quietly, don't want to set her off. But what usually happens is you get into it and you just keep going. But even if you don't, 10 minutes of something is better than 3 hours of nothing, just staring at the walls. Move your body, get up, walk around, go outside for literally 1 minute. That fresh air will help when you're stuck in paralysis and your body and your brain are both frozen. Moving one of them helps unfreeze the other. In fact, it unfreezes everything, to be totally honest with you. I love doing it, but I'll sometimes just stand up and walk to the kitchen and back. That's enough to snap out of it, to be honest. Now, don't aim for perfect. This is a big one. A lot of us with ADHD have this weird thing where we'd rather do nothing than do something badly. It's like some sort of perfectionism thing. I think it's because we were, always told we were wrong as we were younger, or we always question on everything. So we'll start, avoiding anything. We'll avoid starting anything essentially because we know that it won't be perfect. And if it's not perfect, what's the point? The point is that done is better than perfect. A half-done task is a million times better than one that you never started. Reward yourself is another part of this. Finish the task. Good job. Do something you actually enjoy. For me, I play a couple games of Marvel Snap, but it can be like grab a snack, watch a video on YouTube, whatever it is. If you've done an hour's work and you watch a 10-minute video on YouTube, one of mine, preferably, then, great. So what? Enjoy yourself. Your ADHD brain needs that little buzz that when something good happens, you reward yourself. Finishing something without giving yourself a treat after is like asking your car to run without petrol. So give yourself that petrol and find your window. So everyone has a time of the day where their brain works better. For me, it is between 10 and 2 o'clock. Anything either side of that, I'm probably not going to be useful. And again, for me, it happens around 10 until 12 in the evening as well. If I don't get the hard stuff done throughout them times, it's just not happening, simple as that. So I stack up all the important things into that window and I leave the easy stuff for later when my brain is non-functioning, basically. ADHD paralysis doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It's not laziness, it's your brain getting hit with too much all at once, so it shuts itself down to protect itself. And once you understand that, you can work with it instead of beating yourself up about it. Nobody taught us how to deal with ADHD, so I'm trying to do it. And in the description, you'll find a full set of guides. They're all free, and then a set of paid guides if you want to go a bit further. And you'll also find a community of people who are just like you. If you've lasted this long, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you along. And all we're doing here is making it easier to manage your ADHD brain.